Have you ever wondered why every person in the world has a completely unique fingerprint? Even identical twins? What seems like just tiny ridges on our fingertips actually holds countless mysteries that science is still trying to uncover. So why does each person have a different fingerprint? And can fingerprints change over time? All the answers will be revealed in today's video. Let's find out together. Fingerprint patterns are formed before you're even born. In fact, they begin developing while you're still in the womb and remain unchanged throughout your life. Around the 6th to 7th week of fetal development, the fetus starts to develop thick pads on the palms of the hands and soles of the feet. These pads are known as volar pads. They form when a special type of stem cells capable of creating other types of cells, begins to swell beneath the existing layers of the fetal skin. The formation of fingerprints is entirely random. Unlike eye color or hair color, which are determined directly by genes, fingerprints don't follow such fixed genetic patterns. No one can predict whether a baby's fingerprints will form as arches, loops, or whorls before birth. Instead, fingerprint patterns are the result of a combination of chance factors, including genetics and environmental influences. At first glance, one person's fingerprints may appear quite similar to another's, but in reality, every individual's fingerprints have unique characteristics that are highly specific to them. As early as the 15th century, the Chinese had already begun using fingerprints as signatures to verify documents. In 1823, Professor Johannes E. Purkinje introduced a system for classifying fingerprints. By 1901, fingerprint forensics had officially taken shape and began to be widely used in many countries around the world. While fingerprints may look similar to the naked eye, making it difficult to distinguish between individuals, the truth is that each person's fingerprints are distinct. According to fingerprint biometrics experts, the probability of two people having identical fingerprint patterns is extremely low. Some scientists believe that fingerprints play a crucial role in human touch. They not only enhance tactile sensitivity, but also increase friction between the fingers and objects, improving our ability to grip and hold things. Fingerprints also serve as an essential tool for personal identification. Their uniqueness and permanence make them a highly reliable means of recognizing individuals. In one study, scientists tested the idea that fingerprints play an important role in human touch by conducting various experiments using artificial fingers made from rubber-like sensors. They compared the sensitivity of artificial fingers with fingerprint-like ridges to those made of soft, skin-like material. They found that fingers with ridges produced vibrations up to 100 times stronger than soft, skin-like material when lightly sliding across a moderately rough surface. Researchers from the École Normale Supérieure in Paris explained that these enhanced vibrations increase human tactile sensitivity, especially when it comes to perceiving surface textures. When we rub our fingers on a textured surface, our fingerprints amplify the vibrations within a specific frequency range, stimulating the Pacinian corpuscles, nerve endings, in the skin that detect surface textures. In turn, this tactile information helps us distinguish objects based on touch. According to the study's findings, it's not only the nervous system that plays a role in tactile processing, but also the natural characteristics of our body that enhance this ability when perceiving textures. However, the study does not explain why each person's fingerprints are unique or why they are arranged in an elliptical spiral pattern. Scientists believe that the closed loop shape helps ensure that the ridges always make vertical contact with the surface, no matter which direction the finger is positioned. Additionally, they suggest that this research could help improve tactile feedback for prosthetic hands. The unique nature of fingerprints makes them a reliable form of personal identification. This is because human fingerprint patterns rarely change. From birth to death, the shape and position of the patterns remain the same. Even if the skin on your fingertips wears down, gets injured, or ages, the ridges will regenerate and maintain their original characteristics. This permanence makes fingerprint identification a highly reliable method of verifying identity, widely used in criminal investigations and sensitive security fields. Law enforcement and security agencies around the world rely on fingerprints to identify criminals, locate missing persons, and solve cases. From fingerprint classification to applications in medicine and forensic science, fingerprints have proven to be effective and highly trustworthy. In 1910, Thomas Jennings fled from a murder scene. However, his fingerprint was clearly left on the railing outside the house where he committed the crime. Jennings' fingerprint was used as evidence in the criminal investigation, and he was convicted of murder in 1911. This was the first time fingerprints were used in a criminal investigation case. Fingerprints not only play a crucial role in personal identification, but also hold some fascinating facts that many people don't know. Human fingerprints can differ between the two hands and even among the fingers on the same hand. Other animals also have fingerprints, but they are not as unique as human fingerprints. Throughout a person's life, fingerprints remain unchanged and are not affected by age or other factors. Fingerprints can even be used to distinguish between identical and fraternal twins. And an interesting fact is that there are some rare cases where individuals are born without fingerprint. It was only recently that scientists from the Technion Institute of Technology, Israel, and Thomas Jefferson University, USA, discovered the cause: a deficiency in the protein keratin 14, KRT14, which leads to DPR disease and Naegeli syndrome, both of which are characterized by the absence of fingerprints. One question that many people are curious about is that while fingerprints are partly determined by genetics and identical twins have nearly identical genetic information, what about their fingerprints? Identical twins, also known as monozygotic twins, come from a single embryo that splits into two during early development. As a result, the two individuals share nearly identical genetic information from their parents and look almost identical. However, identical twins do not share 100% of the same DNA, and their fingerprints are not identical either. Simona Francesi, a forensic scientist and fingerprint expert at Sheffield Hallam University, UK, stated, "Although identical twins have more similarities than two random individuals, their fingerprints are distinct enough to be used as a unique means of identification. The probability of two individuals having the same fingerprint is 1 in 64 billion. To date, no identical fingerprints have ever been found." Francesi explained that DNA is not the only factor influencing a person's fingerprints, although it plays a crucial role in determining the characteristics of the fingerprint pattern. As mentioned earlier in the video, various environmental factors in the womb also contribute to the development of fingerprints. Therefore, while identical twins may be able to fool their friends and family about who is who, there is always a surefire way to tell them apart: their fingerprints. Fingerprints are mainly classified into 3 types: arch patterns, loop patterns, and whorl patterns. Each type has specific subcategories, leading to a diverse combination of structures. On a fingerprint, we can observe many wavy lines and curves, some resembling cracks in stone, and others resembling the bends of a river. After being classified and recorded scientifically, fingerprints have been divided into about 30 main types. The differences between each type may be subtle, but they are clearly distinguishable. In addition to being used to identify criminals, locate missing persons, and solve cases, fingerprints are also used to operate smart devices. Since no two fingerprints are identical, this unique characteristic has been widely applied in the production and use of various devices. The first application was fingerprint recognition electronic locks. When the points on a fingerprint match the initially registered fingerprint in the system, the door will automatically open. These applications have since expanded to a wide range of other devices, such as time attendance systems, fingerprint locks on phones, and more. Have you ever taken a close look at your fingerprints? Share in the comments whether your fingerprint is a whorl, arch, or loop. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications to stay updated with our upcoming videos in the decoding series.